Okay, we are live now. Make sure I'm centered in the camera. Okay. Here we go. Mm-mm. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? How's everybody doing? So, the first question that I have for you, if you are just now logging in, is I want you to really quickly drop what your fitness goal is. Tell me what your fitness goal is. That's number one. What is your fitness goal? Slides. All right, everybody, drop what your fitness goal is in the comment section. Let's get to it. Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? We have Harriet, Adolph, Sean, Yanni, Bessie, Don. That's a lot of people in here. All right, benching 315. Are your goals to bench 315? That's a good goal. Get your protein in and hit the gym. Let's see. Your goal is to lose weight. Okay. I see people saying, I want to gain muscle, lose back fat, and belly fat. Gain muscle, lose back fat, and belly fat. Okay, okay. To lose, tone, and build, get stronger and lose the belly, strength training, bigger glutes. Okay. Good morning. I want to lose weight and tone. Hello, is it okay to eat one meal a day? I'm 160, but I'm skinny fat. I'm trying to tone and get lean. Okay. All right. Good goals. Good goals. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to allow you guys to come up and ask your questions. Now, I like doing this because when you come up and ask questions, it just gives me more context for like what you need. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come up, I just dropped the link to come up in the comment section. So this is the link. If you're on Instagram, you can just hit the link that's in my bio, come up, and then you can kind of ask me questions face to face. All right. Because a lot of the answers that I'm going to have for you are going to be pretty generic. But if you come up and then I can give you more context, I can get a little bit more specific for you. Okay. But let's start off with losing body fat first. I like that one. That's going to be very simple for us. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen now, and we are going to come up with a plan for fat loss right now, just to kind of help you guys out. Right. So when it comes to losing body fat, the four things we need is to be following a meal plan. We need to be lifting weights. We need to be doing cardio, and then we have to just do these things consistently. When you follow the right meal plan and you're in a calorie deficit and you're eating enough protein, that's going to help you lose body fat and give you the ability to build muscle or at least maintain muscle. So you'll lose the excess belly fat, you'll lose the excess body fat that you have, and you'll be able to keep your muscle, which will result in you looking more toned. Weightlifting is also very important when it comes to you keeping that toned look. And then cardio, that helps your body burn more calories. So that's going to help you lose body fat a little bit quicker. And the final piece is consistency. If you're not consistent, like if you do this 2 days a week, you won't see any results. If you do it 5 days a week, you'll see some results, but they'll be slow. And this is when people hit plateaus. If you stick to a meal plan, do cardio and lift weights consistently 7 days a week, that is when you see great results. Like when you are consistent from morning till night, no late night snacking, and you do that for a week straight, this is how you start seeing people losing 2 to 3 pounds a week. Okay. So let's go over some meal plan like principles. So number one, when it comes to meal plans, this is just how you want to structure every plate. Every plate needs to have 5 to 9 ounces of a protein source. That can be chicken, steak, fish, but 5 to 9 ounces of some sort of lean meat on your plate. And you want to have plenty of vegetables. And if you're going to do carbs like rice, pasta, potatoes, etc., do that in moderation. Do a small serving of that. Most of us growing up, you might come from a culture where majority of your plate is going to be the carbs, or it's going to be 10 cups of rice, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of veggies. That's not what we want. It should be mainly meat, mainly vegetables, a little bit of carbs. If you do some carbs, the carbs is optional. You don't really need it. All right. Now, another rule is do not ever fry your food. Don't cook with a lot of grease, a lot of oil. Never do that. Okay, so here are some good breakfast examples. So we have protein shakes. You have egg whites and eggs and strawberries. You have egg whites, veggies, one slice of toast. You have steak and eggs. Amazing breakfast options right here. Personally, what I do for breakfast is I do 9 ounces of chicken breast and a side of vegetables. If I wanted to do eggs, I would do 2 cups of egg whites and a side of mixed vegetables, or I would do a protein shake. Those are like my go-to breakfast options. I like to keep it very simple. The things that you do not want to do for breakfast, you do not want to do muffins. You don't want to do, junk food for breakfast. You don't want to do like pancakes with syrup. You don't want to be doing cereal. You don't want to do like those frappe coffees. You don't want to be doing like bacon, egg, and cheeses. You don't want to be doing like hash browns and stuff from McDonald's. You want to make sure that your breakfast is going to get you to your goal. So personally, I would do egg whites and veggies, or I would do egg whites with 2 eggs and some vegetables. Why? Because I want to have high protein, low calories. That's going to be responsible for me losing body fat. And you really want to start the day off right. Most people, first thing in the morning, they have the highest amount of willpower. So that's when it's usually best to, you definitely want to win the mornings. Be perfect with your breakfast. If you need carbs later in the day, cool, I get it. But first thing in the morning, you want to like make sure that you are strict, especially when you have all that willpower. All right, so let's get into some of these questions. Good morning. I want to lose my arms and inner legs. So what that means is you want to lose overall body fat. As you lose body fat, the legs, the fat that you have in your legs and the fat that you have on your arms will go down. So if I was in your position and I wanted to guaranteed lose a substantial amount of body fat that was in my arms and in my legs, these are the 3 things I would do. Number 1, my meal plan would be on lock. So my meal plan for breakfast, protein shake. For lunch, 6 ounces of chicken breast, side of vegetables. That's for women. For men, it would be 9 ounces. For dinner, I would eat the same exact thing. Or maybe I would pick another lean meat if I didn't want to do chicken breast. As a late night snack, I'd snack on some fruit. I might snack on like 10 or 15 cherries. That would be it. Would you be hungry? Yes. But would you be losing body fat? You definitely would. The next thing I'd be doing is some cardio. I'd be doing at least 30 minutes of cardio every day. Personally, I would go to the gym, get on the Stairmaster 30 minutes every day. And then finally, I would be lifting weights. At least, bare minimum, 3 days a week. Honestly, I would really opt for 4 days a week. 2 days would be lower body, 2 days would be upper body. Now, the reason why I'm doing all 3 of those things is because I want to be losing the body fat. I want to be losing 2 pounds a week at least. And I want to be able to be putting on some muscle as well. And that answer is going to be true for everybody that has a fat loss goal. So the next question we have is, I want to lose the 5 pounds that I gained. I want to lose the 5 pounds that I gained. Do the same exact thing that I just said. Follow a meal plan, get some cardio in, and you should be lifting weights as well. So my next question for you guys is, I want to know, what are some things that you guys are eating for breakfast? Good morning, Gail. How are you? Gail is a new client of mine who is absolutely killing it. Down 4 pounds his first week, down 3 pounds his second week. So I love it. When should we gain weightlifting, from the beginning or after we lose some weight? So you're asking, when should we start weightlifting? Should we start weightlifting from the beginning, or should we start weightlifting after we lose some weight? You should start lifting weights like from the beginning. The reason why is that's going to cause you to not lose muscle while you're losing weight. Because if you don't lift weights and you're just dieting and doing cardio, you're going to lose muscle. And that's not what we want. If you lose 30 pounds, you want all 30 of them pounds to be just straight body fat. You don't want to lose 25 pounds of body fat and 5 pounds of muscle, or 20 pounds of fat and 10 pounds of muscle. You want to hold on to as much muscle as possible. What about vegan people? So vegan people can use plant-based protein sources instead of the lean meats. So if you can't eat chicken breast, you can do tofu or any other type of vegan or plant-based protein source. If you were retired, what type of fitness plan would you do? My goal is to lose body fat. You want to go from 28% body fat to 15% body fat if I was retired. Um, Honestly, the plan would not change. So if I was like, the plan would have changed. I'd wake up in the morning, get 1 hour of cardio in. I would, let's say, do 2 cups of egg whites for breakfast, side of mixed vegetables. That'd be my breakfast every day. Or it would be 1 cup of egg whites and 2 regular eggs with a side of veggies. That'd be my breakfast. For lunch, I would pick a lean protein source, eat that with vegetables, do the same thing for dinner. And my snack would be either fruit or Greek yogurt or a protein bar. And I would just stick to that. 1 hour of physical activity every morning. And that would be the plan that I stuck to eating wise. I would also try to be as active as possible throughout the day. So if you wanted to do, like, one of my clients, she does like a lot of yard work just to keep herself active. She rides a bike, little things like that. It's really helpful. Protein shake. So a good protein shake option would be Gold Standard Whey. I like that protein powder. I also like Protolite. Now, when you are making your protein shake, you want to use 2 scoops of protein powder and either sugar-free almond milk or water. All right. You don't want to add things that add too many calories to it. Good morning. I do smoothies, vegetables, and fruit. Then an hour later, I do a protein shake. Is this too much in the morning? No, that sounds fine. Just make sure you're not adding things like peanut butter to it, but this sounds good. I usually eat 40 grams of protein for breakfast, usually 3 eggs and a protein shake. That sounds good. I do a protein shake for breakfast. That's good. How do you feel about the high fat, high protein, low carb, similar to the carnivore diet? Um, it could be beneficial. You got to be careful with the high fat part of it, because you need to make sure that you are in a calorie deficit. So I like high protein, moderate fat, low carb. What about eating 1 meal a day? I will lose weight. If you eat 1 meal a day, you'll lose weight. It will be hard to get in enough protein. So I'm not the biggest fan of eating 1 meal a day. And every time, this is without fail, every time I talk to somebody, or I want to say 90% of the time when I talk to somebody who's eating 1 meal a day, they are snacking as well because they're hungry. So it would be much better for you to be eating 3 solid meals a day, but no snacking at all. That's much better for weight loss than eating 1 meal a day, but then you're snacking late at night. My breakfast was mostly protein, but I did have a waffle. One waffle with a lean protein source is not terrible. I'm not a breakfast person. So always Jinjin says, I'm not a breakfast person. I tend to skip breakfast. Also, I do intermittent fasting. I eat between 12 and 8 p.m. Okay, now to be honest with you, this doesn't tell me anything. There are people who do intermittent fasting who are, you know, losing a lot of weight, and there are people who are doing intermittent fasting who are eating terrible within that 8 hour window, so they're not losing any weight at all. So that doesn't really help me. I need to know like what you're eating. I need to know the calories and the protein that you're eating, because you could be eating an entire like 2 pizza pies between 12 and 8 just because you're eating that in that short period of time doesn't make it any better. Greek yogurt with protein powder, a bit of berries, and a sprinkle of almond bits. That's really good. What can I have for breakfast that will keep me full as well as lose weight? So, one of the most filling things that I do for breakfast is 2 cups of egg whites and a side of vegetables. That will keep you full for hours because the egg whites and the veggies, they take up so much space in your stomach. Personally, I do 9 ounces of chicken breast and 4 cups of mixed vegetables. I do that because it is such a filling and quick thing for me to make. Yes, my issue is I get hungry pretty quick, especially if I do cardio. So yeah, so I would eat a just a heavier breakfast. Doing the egg whites and the veggies, or what I used to do would be 1 cup of egg whites with 1 egg, 4 ounces of chicken breast, and 4 cups of vegetables. That was extremely filling. Besides fruit, what are some other high volume snacks? Um, you can do Greek yogurt. That's really good. Cottage cheese is good. Boiled eggs are good as well. And off the top of my head, that's all I got for you. I enjoy your channel, direct and no nonsense. I appreciate that. Carlene Burke is watching. Okay. Hello, Carlene. A nurse working overnight, any workout and food options? So, a nurse that is working overnight, what to eat and what workouts to do. So, the only thing that's going to change is when you do what you're supposed to be doing, not necessarily what you do. So, there are times when I've worked overnight jobs and my routine looked the same. The only thing that was different was the times in which I ate. So, if I worked overnight, this is an example. Meal one or breakfast would probably be around 8 p.m. That would be nine. I'm just going to tell you what I would do, just to keep it simple. It would be 9 ounces of chicken breast, 4 cups of mixed veggies. That'd be my breakfast. My lunch, let's say that's at 3 a.m. That would be 9 ounces of chicken breast again, 4 cups of mixed veggies. My dinner, my last meal of the day, would be around 8 a.m. when I got off of work. And 9 ounces of chicken breast again, 4 cups of mixed veggies. Now, right after work, I would go to the gym. I would lift weights for 45 minutes and then I would do 30 minutes of cardio or 45 minutes of cardio. If it was a day when I wasn't lifting weights, I would just do 1 hour of cardio right after work. Or I would take that workout and I would do it right before I went into work. Okay. That's how I would do it. Now, I would follow a plan if I was you, literally just like that. And the if you don't want to do 9 ounces of chicken breast and mixed veggies, you can replace the chicken breast for another protein source that you like. Maybe you want to do ground turkey, or maybe you want to do tilapia, or maybe you want to do salmon. You know, just change up the foods, but I would follow that type of plan. One thing that you definitely should not be doing is like eating snacks while you're working. This is why you want to eat right before you get there, and you want to have a pretty big lunch while you're there. And if you do need to snack on something, I would take fruit to work with me so you can snack on that instead of going to the vending machine. Hi, I am 50 years old. I want to start a weight loss program. Can you help me, please? Yes, you can literally do exactly what I just said. Now, if you do want something written out for you, I have some workout programs on an app that I built. It is called Better You Better Society on the App Store. It's $10 a year, and there's some free stuff on there too. Hi, have a 2 cup tea this morning. You had 2 cups of tea this morning. Okay, it's not bad. Am I able to build muscle without protein powder? I'm not trying to be really big. I just want to have some type of muscle definition showing that I do work out. So protein powder is not like a magic pill. It's not you're not going to automatically just be big. For what your goal is, right? For you to have some muscle definition, protein powder will just help you get there. It's not magic. You're not just going to wake up and be like excessively big. You're probably not even going to see a difference in the way your body looks in the first month or two anyway, even with you taking the protein powder. So if you don't take it, you're just like hurting yourself. Protein powder just helps you reach your protein goal. Let's say, for example, you need to get in 150 grams of protein a day. If you try to get that from regular food, you can definitely do that. You can eat 6 ounces of a lean protein source at 3 different times in a day, and that will get you close to the 150 gram of protein mark. You taking protein powder will just make sure that you get enough protein. So if you do three solid meals and you take a protein shake, you'll guaranteed be at 150 grams for the day. So protein powder just helps, but it's not like it just doesn't make you look like a bulky man all of a sudden. When I get on the scale, I lose kilograms one day instead of a pound. When you get on the scale, you lose 1 kilograms instead of a pound. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Any suggestions to curb late night snack cravings? Um, One of my clients gave a recommendation that helped him. He said drink a lot of water. And I highly agree with that. My go-to snack for when I'm having late night cravings is fruit. So last night, for example, I ate like 15 cherries when I was having late night cravings. I do not keep any other snacks in my home. Any other cookie or cake or chips, I don't buy it, because if you know you have late night cravings, you don't want to have that stuff there. I don't even have protein bars because I don't want to have that temptation to eat that. I'd rather eat some berries or some cherries because the calories are lower. So that would be my suggestion. Only have like some fruit in your home, or the other stuff, you shouldn't really have it around you because then it's just going to tempt you. When I get on the scale, I lose kilograms instead of a pound. Okay, so 1 kilogram is like 2.2 pounds. So you're saying in one day you lost 2.2 pounds instead of 1 pound. That's fine. I added powdered peanut butter to my shake. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. Adding powdered peanut butter is way better than adding regular peanut butter. So that was a good move. All right, Meek. I said Meek Mill, Maxi Millie. I know it said Maxi. I just wanted to be funny. Hi, what about protein powder post workout? You can do that as well. You can do that. Now, one thing I want everybody here to know is that it is very important for you to be able to count your calories. Okay, so I think I'm going to take some time and just go over counting your calories with everybody. I don't really like doing that because it can be a little boring, but it's important to know. So let us see how we're going to do this. Uh, Now, the reason why I'm going over counting your calories is because it's not really. So when you ask questions like, "Oh, can I have a shake instead?" When you're trying to lose body fat, what matters is the total amount of calories that you are eating and the total amount of protein that you are eating. But we're going to keep it simple and just talk about calories for right now. All right. So when you are trying to lose weight, number one, we need to figure out how many calories do I need to eat? And if you eat the right amount of calories every day, you will be losing weight. Now, I give you guys meal plans in my videos. I say eat a shake for breakfast, have chicken breasts and veggies for lunch, have chicken breasts and veggies for dinner, and only snack on fruit and do 1 hour of cardio a day. The reason why I say that is because that will guaranteed have everybody here in a calorie deficit, which means you will guaranteed be losing body fat. All right. But let me go through the science of actually how that works. So if I wanted to lose weight and I'm a beginner, step number one is I'm going to go to Google to figure out how many calories I burn a day. So I'm going to type in calorie calculator. I'm going to pick the first one that pops up and I'm going to put in all of my stats, right? So let's say let me use somebody here. So let's say you're a 40-year-old woman who is 5'4" and you weigh 190 pounds and you are moderately active. All right. You press calculate. It's going to tell you how many calories you need to eat based on what your goal is. So if you want to be extreme and lose 2 pounds a week, it's telling us right here that we need to eat 1,222 calories a day. And guess what? If you eat this number of calories every day, you will be losing weight. So now I know how many calories I need to eat a day. So let's go off of my meal plans that I put in, put on my videos. So this is how you track your calories. You go to MyFitnessPal. All right, we go to MyFitnessPal. It look a little different here. All right, 1 second. Let's figure this out. All right, we go to Food Diary. Okay, here we go. So for breakfast, we're going to say we having a protein shake. Let's see, protein shake. So let's use Gold Standard Whey protein powder. All right. So I'm going to put in 2 scoops of protein powder. I log that in. Then I log in my almond milk. So if you guys can't see what I'm doing here, I'm logging my calories for the day. So I know that I want to lose 2 pounds a week. So I need to eat 1,222 calories a day. So I'm just logging in all of the food that I eat. And this is how I'm going to be able to keep track of the calories that I'm eating. So for breakfast, I had a protein shake. For lunch, we're going to do 6 ounces of chicken breast and 4 cups of mixed vegetables. All right, we're going to do the same thing for dinner. All right, so far we are at 1,000 calories for the day. And as a snack, we can snack on fruit. So let's say we have 1 fruit bowl. Okay, so this pretty much has us at our calorie goal for the day. Because since we're trying to lose 2 pounds a week, we have to eat this number of calories. Based off of our height and weight, we need to eat 1,222 calories a day. So if we go off one of those meal plans that I put in my videos, this already has us at 1,121 calories for the day. You probably can't see this because audio. All right. You probably can't see this because it's a little small, but me tracking everything. So I tracked the protein shake that I had for breakfast. I had 6 ounces of chicken breast for lunch with 4 cups of mixed veggies, the same exact thing for dinner. And as a snack, I had a fruit bowl. This right here has us at our calories for the day. Now, if I was to add on a protein shake on top of that, that would take us over the amount of calories that we need to be eating for the day. Now, we would still be losing weight, but we wouldn't be losing 2 pounds a week now. Now we might be losing 1.5 pounds a week. So the more calories you eat, the more it throws off how quickly you're going to be losing weight. So it's not necessarily that certain foods are bad, but it's about the total amount of calories that you can eat for the day. All right. Hope that makes sense. Counting calories can be a little bit on the complex side. So I like to teach that kind of one-on-one. But yeah, if that's making sense to you, let me know in the comment section. Just scrolling down to see. Okay, so somebody said, but if you eat that low after losing weight, how do you increase the calories without gaining weight? Because we can't stay that long. Because we can't stay that low for too long. So that's a really good question. Happy you asked. Let me show you what we do. Okay, so when you are trying to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So based off of someone that weighs 190 pounds, like a woman that weighs 190 that wants to lose 2 pounds a week, she'd be eating 1,200 calories a day to lose 2 pounds a week. Once she gets to her goal, let's say her goal is 150, we no longer have to stay here at 1,200 calories a day. Now, what we can do is we recalculate the calories that she needs. So we type in 150 now. Now we bump her up to her maintenance. So once you get to your goal, you calculate what your new maintenance is, and this is how many calories you'd be eating a day, which is pretty much 2,000 calories a day, and you will maintain your weight. Now, you might gain some water weight, that's fine, but you're not gaining body fat if you stick to this number daily. Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody said yes, it does make sense. Okay, I'm happy. Happy to hear that. Because this could be a little complex. Every time I talk about calories, it's like, it's like, what? I don't care about that. Just tell me what to do. Hey, what's up, babe? I'm on live, all right? What happened? With who? With who? On let's do 9:30. All right. I love you. Okay, let's see. I'm a 54-year-old woman, 5'7". I weigh 145 pounds. How much weight should I use to squat and hip thrust to grow my glutes? You should. I would start as light as possible and just perfect the form. That's what I'd be focused on for the first week. Then after that, I would slowly start going heavier because I can't give you like a cookie cutter answer. But you start light, and then week by week, you slowly go heavier. Now, the target rep range for you should shoot for like 10 reps, 12 reps for each set. So if you can squat a weight for 12 reps and the form is perfect and you can handle it, go up a little bit in weight. So maybe add 10 pounds to it. Then try it again. Then every week you just go a little heavier until you get to the point where you squatting it for 10 to 12 reps is a challenge, but the form is still good. Right now, this is where you're starting to get to like the the weight that is the weight you should be working with. Then from there, you go a little bit heavier. The things to consider is you want to make sure that your form is perfect so you don't get injured. All right, let's see. I was doing the intermittent fasting for Ramadan. It worked. How long can I do it for? I like your videos. Um, I was doing the how long can I don't understand what you mean by that. Yeah, explain that for me. Hello, I want to start. So yeah, get started. You got this. For anybody that does want to start like on a plan, you can look through my videos and just pick one and then just start following that. If you want something written out for you, I have an app. It's called Better You, Better Society. If you want one-on-one help, then you can click the link that's in my bio and fill out that application. There's like a page where you could find out more about how it works. And if you're here, I'll drop the link for that in a second. If you're like on YouTube and Facebook, I'll drop the link for that. I had a cup of sugar-free almond milk and 2 scoops of protein. How much calories is that? That would be approximately 300 calories. Sugar-free almond milk is about 30 calories. Each scoop of protein powder, depending on the brand, is around 130 calories each. All right. Somebody said if you are so someone said I think you increase calories by 300 to 400 calories. If the scale goes up, you decrease it. I don't like doing that. So that's what you call reverse dieting. So let's say you lost 50 pounds and you're eating 1,000 calories, which is really low, right? And now you want to start going back up in calories. You could take 2 weeks and eat 1,400 calories and then take another 2 weeks and then increase the calories slowly. But the issue is one that's unnecessary, and the other thing is if you decrease your calories every time the scale goes up, that's not necessarily healthy, because when you start eating more carbs, the scale is going to go up, not because it's body fat, but one, you're putting more food into your system, so the scale is going to go up because of that. And two, your body's going to be holding a lot more water. So when you eat carbs, your muscles they're going to hold more glycogen, and the glycogen holds water. So you're going to be holding more water weight. It's not that you're getting body fat, it's water. So let's see. Do we go up slowly or go up that high? I would just go up to whatever maintenance is and just stay there. Now, I would just go up to maintenance. Now, a few tips for when you are eating at maintenance is you still want to meal prep your food and have a meal plan. People go from dieting, they're meal prepping, they have all of these good habits, and then when it's maintenance time, they're not really strict with their maintenance time. Like, they're just kind of doing whatever. They say I should be eating 2,000 calories, but they really end up eating 3,000 calories a day because they're eating more fast food. They're not really tracking things the way that they were. If you can be just this strict, but now you just give yourself 800 more calories to eat or 1,000 more calories to eat, you'll be fine. Can you lose 20 pounds in 1 month or 2 months? Is it possible? Yes, you can definitely lose 20 pounds in 2 months. That's on the easier side. Now, if you are somebody who is very heavy, like if you are 300 plus pounds, then you can much easier lose 20 pounds in 1 month. Hi, so do you recommend eating the same thing to lose weight faster? Yeah, I definitely do recommend eating the same thing to lose weight faster. If you're asking, do I recommend eating like the same meals day after day, like on a schedule? Yeah, I do. It's just easier, it's simpler. The less complex it is, the less variety you have to worry about, the easier it's going to be, especially for beginners. I like to eat the same thing every day because it saves me time. Now, once you get into a rhythm, then when you are really craving some variety, that's when you can have some variety for that meal. So, meaning, my standard is I eat chicken breast and vegetables for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Drop body fat super quick. Now, there are some days when I'm like, yo, I don't want this chicken breast and vegetables, man. I want something else. On those days, I might make some ground beef, or I might have a steak in place of the chicken breast, or I might have some salmon instead of the chicken breast. I'm trying to target my cellulite on my thighs. What exercises do you recommend? Because I'm working out like doing squats, but my thighs still look crazy. Any suggestions? You can't target your cellulite. All you can do is just focus on losing body fat. If you lose enough body fat, you will. That's the only way you can possibly target that. Like, the only way you're going to get rid of that is just by losing body fat. And you lose body fat by being on a diet and doing cardio. That's going to melt the body fat down. Okay. Then, as you are losing the body fat, that's when the muscle you have underneath it is going to show. Let's see. When is the next time you getting in the ring? I don't know, man. Joint give me headaches. Why does my clothes fit better, but the scale doesn't decrease? If your clothes are fitting better, but the scale isn't going down, that means you're losing body fat and putting on muscle. Now, I'm really careful when I tell people that, because we can easily lie to ourselves. We can say, oh, the scale is the same, but I could just be losing body fat and building muscle. So I've sometimes that is very true. Sometimes it's like, yeah, you definitely losing body fat and building muscle. Other times it's like, nah, you just having a lot of cheat meals, so you need to get stricter with that diet. Like, if you have a lot of body fat to lose, the scale should be going down. That's what happened to me after my weight loss. I stopped working out because I thought I didn't need to. I was wrong. Yeah. You want to make this a lifestyle, meaning like whatever you're doing to lose the weight, to keep it off, like that lifestyle should still be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should still be going to the gym. You should still try to be as active as possible. It don't got to be as intense or extreme, but it should still be something that you work into a schedule for yourself. How can you lose weight if you don't have that many days of the week to work out? Focus on your diet. Your diet needs to be 1,000% like on point. and you'll still be able to lose weight. All right, let's see. So, guys, if you want to come up, because I'm starting to lose my voice now. If you want to come up and ask questions, if you're on Instagram, you can click the link that's in my bio. You can come up and we can have a conversation. We can talk. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, you can click this link that I just put in the comment section. Click the link, then you can come up. Okay. I love what you say. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Mixed fruit is good. For lunch, I'm having grilled chicken and fruit. Okay. I like that. I am 5'8", 187 pounds. I started May 1st at 208 pounds. I'm down 21 pounds. I'm stuck at 21 pounds. What do I need to restart the weight loss? How long have you been stuck at 187? And I want to know more. Like, what are you doing? So you would be like, you should come up because I don't really know what to tell you because I don't have enough details. What should I prioritize in body recomp, lifting weights, or cardio? You should do both. Anything to help muscle soreness? Nope. Hello, brother. Can I ask what can I do to increase testosterone? Get enough sleep, lift weights. What about old people, weight loss? How? Please tell us. Literally do exactly what I'm saying. Like I have clients that are in their 70s and I have clients that are in their 20s and they both lose weight. The people that are a little bit younger, they lose weight, quicker because they can do more. They can push a little bit harder. But I got clients in their 70s losing weight. Do the same thing. Eat protein, vegetables, do your cardio, no snacking, no junk food. You'll be just fine. Ardelius, what's going on? How you feeling today? Should I still go to the gym if I'm sore? It depends, but the short answer is yes. 2 weeks walking 5.5 miles a day. That's really good. How can you lose belly fat so your abs can show? You can lose belly fat so your abs can show by doing these three things. Have a protein shake for breakfast, eat a lean protein and vegetables for lunch, then again for dinner, only snack on fruit, do 1 hour of cardio every day, lift weights 3 days a week. You do that consistently, like no snacking, no junk food, and you'll lose a lot of body fat. And then eventually your abs will show. Would fasting for breakfast and lunch make a difference in losing body fat? Um, it would. Like you'll lose weight quicker if you're only eating one meal a day because you'd be eating less food. I wouldn't do that because you wouldn't be eating enough protein and you'll lose a lot of muscle. That's not really how you want to do it. And then you're going to be hungrier, so then you're probably going to be snacking more. What's up, Mo? How you doing? Would fasting? Let's see. Hey, bro, love your videos, but I need to know how much veggies I need to eat with protein. Like 4 cups. Stuck at 21 pounds, but I'm trying to eat 1,200 calories a day and walking 5.5 miles a day. So, how long have you been stuck at the 21 pounds, Rebecca? Thank you for those tips, sir. God bless you. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Let's see. Whew. All this talking making me lose my voice. Let's see. Yeah, Rebecca. So I'm waiting for you to answer me. How long have you been stuck here? Hi, I lost over 70 pounds. I need to build muscle. Okay, so start lifting weights and make sure you're eating enough protein. You know, it's funny. So while I'm live, right, I'm trying to like stretch out these answers and make them sound fancier than they need to be. But it's like the answers are so, straightforward. It is what it is. Like with the one I just answered, it's like, I want to build muscle. I want to give like this long drawn out answer, but just start lifting weights. Hi, I'm trying to cut sugar cravings. What can I do? So you craving sugar. Eat, make sure every meal has enough protein in it. If you are craving sugar, eat fruit instead, or replace whatever that bad thing would be with some fruit or some Greek yogurt or another meal. And don't buy sugar. Like if you crave it, don't buy it and give it time. Eventually, you're not going to crave it as much. I've been stuck for 2 weeks at 21 pounds down. Okay, so Rebecca, are you consistently eating 1,200 calories a day? Like, is that accurate? Because I can't see how you're eating 1,200 calories a day every single day. Like, you are 100% sure you're eating 1,200 calories a day for 14 days in a row, and you're walking 5.5 miles a day, and you're not losing weight. Like, I honestly can't see that. I appreciate your advice. You keep it positive and simple. All the best to everyone who keeps trying to prioritize our health. God bless. Yes, God bless you all. You know, when it comes to fitness, it's just like, just stay consistent every day. Just do the steps, stick to the meal plan, get the steps in, do the workouts, and just remain consistent with it. Me being a truck driver, what are some things you think I should eat, and what exercises should I do? So if you're a truck driver, let's say you're on the road a lot. What I would do if I was a truck driver trying to lose a lot of body fat, build some muscle, and tone up is I would have a pre-made protein shake for breakfast. For lunch and dinner, I would probably go to Chick-fil-A or some type of diner, and I would get grilled chicken with a salad and get low calorie dressing with that. That'd be my lunch. Do the same thing again for dinner. I would only snack one fruit or one protein bar a day. And at my stops, I would be trying to walk at least for an hour a day, and you can get some resistance bands or some dumbbells and just do like 20 to 30 minutes of weightlifting a day. Can I eat so much food? Could I eat less and lose? Of course, the less you eat, the more you're going to lose. So if I tell you to do 6 ounces of steak and 4 cups of broccoli, and you're like, oh, I can't eat that much, just eat 4 ounces of steak and 3 cups of broccoli. Just decrease it a little bit to a serving size that you could eat, that you could actually eat. Can I go to the gym 5 to 7 days a week and still eat whatever I want? No, you cannot. That is a recipe for not seeing any progress at all. And you'll be here like next year saying like, yo, I'm still trying to lose X amount of weight. I still weigh the same. What's going on? You cannot do that. If you want to lose weight, you absolutely positively have to change what you eat. That is more important than just going to the gym. I'd rather you not go to the gym and you just got strict on a meal plan. And I mean, like, your meal plan should be strict. It's like, this is what I eat for breakfast every day. This is what I eat for lunch. This is what I eat for dinner. And these are my only snack options. You write out a plan and you stick to that plan every single day. That's how you do that. All right. Um, somebody, his name is Broski. Uh, put your age in the comment in the private chat. Yeah, let me. How old are you? Yeah, somebody named Broski want to come up. Just so you know, I'm probably not gonna let you up because that seems like a trolling name. Let's see. Thank you, Coach. You're very welcome. Can I switch chicken breast to chicken thighs? Yeah, you can. Chicken thighs has a little bit more fat, but you can do it. In addition to eating right, how often do you work on core to have more defined abs, and what's your go-to abdominal workouts? So my go-to core workouts to build like more defined, more like pronounced uh, abdominal muscles would be like cable crunches, decline sit-ups, weighted, and like leg raises. Wanted to be woke into. I want to come in. Just wanted to be woke into the question. All right. So you can ask your question there, and I'll answer it. So to lose belly fat, it's 4 cups of veggies and 6 ounces of protein. If I let me see. So to lose belly fat. So for men, instead of doing 6 ounces of protein, I would do 9 ounces of protein. You know what? I'm gonna just bring you up. I'll just bring you up. It's gonna be quicker. All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on? You said, can you still have a
No,
drink?
what's going on? I can't really talk much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, the short answer is like I wouldn't do it. You know, like how much you
No,
trying to lose?
not at all. Say 15.
You said 15. When you
Yeah.
want to get this done by? Like what? You want to give yourself like 2 months to do this? A month?
Because I started off at 230. I've been going to the gym, been doing strength training. I dropped down 15 pounds already.
Okay.
So I just want to get to 200 flat. That's my goal. Because I'm about 5'11", 200 pounds. I'll be okay with that.
Okay. How long did it take you to lose the last 15 pounds you lost?
Like 2.5 months.
2.5 months. Were you drinking then, or did you cut it out?
I was on just the weekend, like on a Saturday
I
or
mean,
Sunday.
all right. So you could have a drink. Like if your meal plan is perfect, right? Your meal plan is perfect.
Hmm.
You're going to the gym, everything is good, and you have like let's say 2 drinks over the weekend, and everything else is good. You'll be fine. Would it be better if
Okay,
you didn't
okay.
drink? Yeah, it'd be a lot better if you didn't drink. But yeah, that's a simple answer.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Just wanted to ask that.
All right, I appreciate you coming up. Out of all the 100 people in here, you're the only one that came up. So I appreciate you.
No
I
problem.
wish you the best,
No,
man.
no problem.
All right, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I would do 9 ounces of chicken breast with 4 cups of mixed vegetables. That'd be for men. For women, it would be 6 ounces of chicken breast with 4 cups of mixed vegetables. I'm losing weight, but ain't losing my belly. Why? So I'm losing weight, but not losing my belly. Why? What should I do? I only want to lose my belly fat. So the reason why you're not losing your belly, you really are losing your belly. It's just you have to keep on losing more body fat until it shows up in your belly. So when you start losing body fat, your belly is going to be the last area where you notice it. You'll notice it everywhere else first. You know, your face, your arms, everywhere else first. You'll notice your belly will be last. There's no way, unfortunately, for you to lose fat in other areas or lose fat in your belly more. Like that's just how the body works. Okay. Now, if you do see some people that lose body fat in their belly first, and let's say like when they start gaining weight, it goes straight to their legs and their butt, but not their stomach. That's just their genetics. That's how their body functions. But if that's not how your body works, that's just not what it is. So I would recommend just keep on losing weight and lose all of the excess body fat that you need to lose so that you have the belly look the way you want it to look. But at the same time, you want to be doing the lower body exercises. So do your squats, do your lunges, do your leg press, do your hip thrust. That's how you're going to be able to lose the belly, but still maintain some curves. Can I eat a Quest bar on the plan or just fruit only? You can have one protein bar. That's fine. So if your meal plan is good, you know, you're having a shake for breakfast, 9 ounces of chicken breast for lunch with 4 cups of veggies, 9 ounces of chicken breast and 4 cups of veggies for dinner, and as a snack you have one serving of fruit and one protein bar, you'll be fine. Is it a good thing to eat only 2 meals a day if you want to lose weight faster? I would do three because you want to get in enough protein. Losing weight is cool, but not if you're losing a lot of muscle. Thank you, awesome brother. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Do you use salt when you are seasoning your meats? Yeah, definitely you can use seasoning. That doesn't add any calories to your food, so that's fine. Would cottage cheese or yogurt be a good snack if it has a lot of protein? Yes, it would. Is creatine good for you? Yes, creatine is good for you. Can I eat beans instead of rice? Um, if you did like 1 cup of beans, so let's say you had 7 ounces of a lean protein, plenty of veggies, and you added in 1 cup of beans, that'd be fine. I still would only do that with 1 meal a day. Personally, I don't really like adding in carbs with every meal because you don't really need it. Can I build muscle by prioritizing protein in my diet and not going to the gym regularly? You can build muscle if you are prioritizing protein and you are lifting weights 2 to 3 days a week. You will still be able to build muscle. You don't have to go to the gym every day, but when you do go to the gym, if you lift hard 2 to 3 days a week, you'll still be able to build muscle at a beginner level. The more advanced you get, the more advanced your workouts needs to be for you to continue to see progress. How can I lose 30 pounds in 90 days? How can you lose 30 pounds in 90 days? So for your meals, only eat a lean meat and vegetables. And as your snacks, only eat fruit. Do 1 hour of cardio every day. And you sticking to that simple formula, no snacking, no soda, no juice, you should be able to lose 30 pounds in 90 days. I'm trying to lose 40 pounds in this belly. I just started working out 4 days a week and doing 6 days of cardio. Okay, just make sure that you're following a good meal plan and you're gonna be good. So everybody can comment the word. Can you comment the word meal? Yeah. If you comment the word meal in this live, you should get a meal plan sent to you automatically. So comment the word meal and if you comment the word meal, a meal plan will get sent to you automatically. Only if you're on Instagram though. For everybody else, if you comment the word meal, I'll go back through here later today and I'll like reply to your comment with like a link to a free meal plan. And that's really what it is. You got to make sure that you are following a meal plan. How to use creatine. So you use creatine. Oh, this is perfect. This is a good one. All right, 1 second. Let me put something. All right, here we go. Okay. So this is how you use creatine. All right. So you get the creatine. Now, when you are a beginner and you're first starting to use creatine for the first time, or let's say you haven't taken creatine in a while, you're going to take 20 grams of creatine for 7 days straight. Now, 1 scoop of creatine, like there's a scoop that comes in here, 1 scoop of it is 5 grams. So you're going to take 5 grams of creatine at 4 different times in the day. So personally, you say you take 5 grams, you drink that for breakfast. Later, a few hours later, you take another 5 grams, then another 5 grams, then another 5 grams. That's 20. You do that for 7 days in a row. After that seventh day, then you just go to taking 5 grams of creatine a day. That's it. And you can just continue doing that forever. Now, if you are a larger person, like if you're a man, 200 pounds, got a lot of muscle on you, you can take 10 grams of creatine every day. And creatine is just going to help you build muscle quicker. It's going to help you have better workouts. Okay. If carbs or fat are our body's energy source, are we okay to eat low fat and carbs low? Is that okay? So I like to be moderate with the fats, like 50 to 60 grams of fats a day, maybe even 70 sometimes. Now, fats are good for like hormone function. Carbs, on the other hand, you're going to get carbs from the vegetables, but you can definitely go low carbs because you want your body to tap into your fat stores for energy. So that's fine. The only people that really need carbs are the people that are like about to go to the gym and have crazy hard workouts. But most people here can get away with going low carbs. Like I go low carbs and and I lift heavy and I'm fine. If you're like a professional athlete, then yes, have some carbs before you go train. But if you're like like you can go low carbs and you will be fine. All right, everybody, I gotta run. I actually have a meeting that is starting now. I wish you all the best. So if you guys would like a meal plan to follow, you can comment the word meal. One will get sent to you automatically. If you would like a full plan, like a meal plan and a workout plan, you can download my fitness app. The name of it is Better You, Better Society. All right. It's like $10 a year, not a month, $10 a year. And if you would like one-on-one fitness coaching, if you would want to work with somebody, get a custom plan and get support, get guidance every day, then you can if you are here on Instagram, you can DM me the word meal and I'll send you some information about how that works. And if you are here on YouTube and Facebook, I'm going to drop the link for more information right in here. Okay. This is called StreamYard for whoever wants to know. This is how I'm streaming across different platforms. Okay. So this is the link if you would like to learn more about fitness coaching, etc. And this is what the page looks like. But I am going to get out of here. I'm going to log off in about 10 seconds. And I just want to say, I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate everybody that has like logged in to this live, that has asked questions. I really appreciate you guys giving me your attention. And I truly do hope it was valuable. If there's anything that I can like answer or do better with content to better help you, let me know. Send me a message and I'll do my best to, help out. All right. What should I do? Treadmill? Okay. Oh, this is a really good question. What should I do? Treadmill, elliptical, or stairmaster, walk, or run? You can do any one of those. Just pick any one of them or any combination of them and do 60 minutes a day, and you'll be fine. All right. Well, other than that, peace out. What keeps you motivated? I don't even. I do know. Just constantly wanting to get better. The more you progress, the more you want to keep on progressing. Like I just constantly, I think that's how it is. It's like, even now, the same way you are here because you want to learn and you want to get better, that's the same thing here. It never stops. You always want to learn more. You always want to do better. You always want to look better. You always want to feel better. That's just like how we're wired. All right. Well, take care, everybody. Bye, Rebecca. Bye, Nancy. Bye, Shannon. Bye, Dorothy.